Hello and welcome. I'm Tessa Shepperson of Landlord Law, and this is one of my little updating videos just to keep you up to date with what I'm doing to help Landlord Law members prepare for the commencement of the first stage of the Renters' Rights Act. Now, as I said in my last video, the government have now published a roadmap and the legislation is being introduced in basically three stages. The first stage will come into force on the 1st of May, and those are things like abolition of Section 21, the new discrimination rules, the new rules about rent, and all the rest of it. Stage 2 will be the new database and the landlord ombudsman. And the third stage is going to be the new decent home standards and the introduction of AWAB's law. Now, in my last video, I said that you didn't need to worry too much about the condition of the property at the moment because these new rules aren't likely to come into force until the 2030s, which is quite a long way off. However, you do need to think about whether your property is going to be suitable for you to run as a rented property long term. So it's probably a good idea for you to do inspections and audits of the property, because if it's not going to be suitable long term, then you need to think either about selling it or whether you need to sell it and buy another property. So you sort of need to think about your way forward and how you're going to deal with this new legislation, because it is going to change things considerably. I think a lot of people don't appreciate how long term, how far it's going to change the private rented sector. So, you do need to bear this in mind. Now, in the short term, I am continuing to update Landlord Law, and I haven't got an awful lot more to do for the frequently asked questions, although I have now introduced a new link, which is going on all the old frequently asked questions, which is going to link you to the new version. So you can sort of see that. I've also updated our property access kit, and this is a kit that you can use if your tenants aren't letting you in to do inspections. And it is quite an important kit because you need to do inspections now to see the condition of your property and just sort of see what's going on there. And moving forward with the increased regulation and enforcement that's going to come in with the Renters' Rights Act, because remember, local authorities have got all these new powers. It's going to be even more important that you know what's going on in your property so you can deal with it. So if your tenants won't let you in, the property access kit, which is very detailed, I'd forgotten actually how detailed it was when I went through it. I was quite impressed with what I've done with it. It goes into a lot of detail, particularly about your legal obligations and what you need to do. So that is available for members. If you're not a member, I do have other content. I'm writing quite a lot on the Landlord Law blog. I'm doing a series of tips there, which give you tips that you can follow. I'm also doing quite a lot of work for my training webinar, which I'm going to do on the 9th of December. For non-members, we have a training webinar once a month for our members, and I'm going to be taking the next few. The one on the 9th of December, I've decided to make this the first of probably a series of webinars. And in this particular webinar, I'm going to be introducing the sort of things that you need to be doing. It's called Preparing for the Renters' Rights Act. So it's looking at the preparation work that you need to do, the sort of things that you need to think about, and generally looking to find a way forward. So if you're not a member, you will need to be a member to watch this, but you don't have to join for a very long period if you don't want to. You can just join for a couple of months if you just want to look at the updating stuff. but hopefully once you are a member, you'll decide to remain. But it's entirely up to you. Right, well, if you're a member, I'll look forward to seeing you on the 9th of December. Otherwise, I'll be doing another updating video in the next few weeks. So thank you for watching.